Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fire episode of Things We Don't Talk About. I'm your host. My name is Butomi Ngwenya, and today we are taking it a step further. Friendship. Growing up, making friends was very easy. But as adults, sure, it's tricky. Rough. Keeping up with friendship, understanding what friendship means as adults, when commitment comes, it becomes very tricky. To help me navigate this topic, I've got my two friends, and I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. Starting with Sizwe.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sizwe Ngumalo. I'm from Nelspruit. Currently, I stay in Joburg. Just here, like you said, talk about friendships, navigating it, how we go through it now versus when we were kids, when we were younger, you know. And I hope we have fun. I hope we unpack a lot.
Definitely. Maji?
Hi guys, I'm Sihle, also known as Smiley, his bigger brother. So it's tricky because he's not my friend, but then we've got that friendship element since we grew up together and everything. He knows me more than anyone. Yeah. So yeah, we're here to talk about friendship. Hope we have a great episode.
Definitely, we are going to have a great episode. So if you're watching us, wherever you're watching us, leave a comment, engage with us. We want to hear your thoughts also. This is a conversation. We just up here, but you also having this conversation with us. Like, I just want to start with, well, what's your longest friendship in terms of years? Like the friend that you still have today is like, this is my longest friendship. How long has that friendship been?
I think because obviously with moving, you know, staying in one place and then having to move to a different city after you grew up. So I have friends who maybe I would say from home, right? That I've known pretty much since I was a kid until somewhere around matric when I moved. I have friends from this side that I've known since like 2013. You know, I have friends. Actually, most of the friends that I have now are the same guys that I met somewhere around 2013, but from this side.
Okay, so about
it'll be
more than 10 years.
Yeah, well over 10 years.
Yeah.
That's my longest friendship. Probably my longest friendship besides you guys' family. I've got friends which I started studying with, not really studying, school with, from grade 1. And then luckily enough, we went to the same high school. So my longest friendships, calculating probably a good 21, 22 years, I would say. Yeah.
When you look 10 years ago and look now, what does friendship mean now versus what it was 10 years ago?
With growing, because a lot changes, right?
Yeah.
Let's say 10 years ago, mostly the friendship would be about fun, right? You know, doing stuff together as friends. We like the same things, the same music. So most friendships were built around sort of those type of things. Like, this is what I like. He likes the same things I like. He goes to the same place I go to. But as you grow up and as you change, you start having responsibilities now in life. Now you have to pay rent. Now you're no longer staying at home, or you have a kid or whatever. So it kind of changes those dynamics, right? So there are friends where I don't know if I should say you grow with them, right? As life changes and you start sharing the same, I'm also moving out of home, or I also just got a job, you know, and then you'd have those other friends that I don't want to sound maybe as if I'm saying a bad thing, but it's sort of like they still in that.
They're stuck.
Yeah, we're still having fun. We still whatever. So that's when now the dynamics change. You go from having a group of 15 friends that you're all close with to probably those 7 to those 3 that you usually hang around with. So I'd say with just life itself, as it
changes.
You know, the dynamic around the friendship changes, and so does the relationship itself. The closeness of it kind of, you know, changes like that as well.
What's your thought?
So I look at it like this, right? Some people you just cross path with in life. You might think it was friendship for that time, but then time and distance, it does contribute. But then if the love is there, you understand? Because I wouldn't say, Uti, I love all my friends. You understand? It's different. There are people who I'm genuinely like drawn towards, and then we share a lot, which keeps the friendship intact. Even though time and distance that can be there, singahlala probably 5 years, singabunani or singakhulumi. Like recently, Facebook, there's a friend of mine, Kurenai WhatsApp. I don't know if you know WhatsApp. I communicated with him on Facebook last week, and kabanga besnauma probably 7 years without talking. But then as soon as I DM'd him, hey boy, come on, we hit the ground running like we've always been there, you understand?
Yeah.
So it means, Guti, our friendship wasn't based on
something genuine.
Anything, but then just Guti, it was the love.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's the reason why we hit the ground running, even though it's not for so long.
But how do we then separate friendship and people we get along with, like people we chill with, hang out with? And I think it's quite, we have, as guys, we've got a lot of people who hang out, but we're not friends, man. Like, we're not friends, you know? It's a bra for me, but we're not friends. But like, how do we then separate those two?
I think that one's very tricky, right? Because if you notice, sometimes you can find yourself spending a lot of time with the people that you consider that these are the guys I just get along with, instead of the people that you see. Let's say, for example, if I was one of your very close friends, you probably don't see me as often as you do the guys that you know from the estate where you stay in, right? And those are not really your friends. Like, they people you know, but because of the proximity, you know, you stay in the same area. Whenever you bored, you know, hey, tingo check in jam, what. But then it kind of blurs the line now between who are my actual friends. Is it the guys that I'm always with, you know, just chilling and passing time, or is it that guy who knows my life, you know? Who, whenever I'm going through some shit, this is the guy I'll be first to contact. I can be like, yo, bro, I'm going through whatever. So I think that's where it becomes a bit tricky. Like, how do you navigate that? Because most times you spend a lot of time with the people that probably don't know a lot about your life.
Yes.
You know, we know you because weekend, Namachi doesn't and whatever. Right? So it becomes a bit tricky with that. So for me, the way I see it is the ones that know my life. Right, you know, the ones that know my struggle, the ones that I could go to and say, yo, bro, I'm thinking of doing this, right? And I'm not sure, or this is what's going on with my life, and they can be like, nah, I think that's a stupid decision, or so I would say I would consider those ones my friends. Not to say the other ones
are not my friends.
Yeah, but my close ones, are the ones where I can share the things that are more intimate with, to say, okay, this is my life, this is what I'm planning, and da. You know, so for me, that's
makes sense.
So are you saying, Guti, the ones which don't know your life are not really your friends like that?
No, they're my friends, but because for me, I don't think you can be friends with everyone at the same level, right?
Yeah, exactly. True.
Yeah, you are friends with different people on different levels. Like I said, based on our understanding or the things that we are going through in our lives. You know, so for me, I have friends who I'd say these are my friends, right? But they're not my friends to that sort of intimate point where you know they know my life and everything that's going on. I'd share the things that I probably feel are safe, right? To share with, oh, I just got a job interview, or I got a new job, or whatever. But there's certain things that you won't share with.
True.
Yeah, so for me, that's how I differentiate between my close friends and my friends that, you know, not to say they are not my friends, but for me, there's levels to
there's levels
friendship.
To friendship. Yeah, there's levels to friendship.
Okay, I don't understand it. The levels, does it come with trust, or
it does?
It does.
So
it's either it's trust, or it's either how you know each other, how you've met. Like, that can build into what defines the friendship.
Exactly, and you must remember, when you say trust, I'm not saying just I don't trust you because I think maybe you could steal from me or whatever, right? Yeah. The trust is it's a very broad thing. Like, it could be maybe the way I see or the way I perceive your way of reasoning, there's certain things I feel I wouldn't be able to discuss with you, right? Because I'd be like, but he probably won't see it from the perspective I'm trying to share.
Sometimes.
No, kind of, right? But remember, it's how I'm perceiving the friendship, right? I have a friend where I could go with something that's very important and very
true.
intimate and be also safe in that space to know that I can talk to this person about this without them judging me or worrying about now this thing end up someone else knows it or whatever. So it's not just I don't trust you in the most basic sense. Is will you see it from, do you reason in a way that would allow you to see what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's a relationship. Like we like when I'm with Smiley, we talk about soccer. Yeah, when I'm with Caesar, we talk about girls.
Yeah.
When I'm with Jabulo, we talk about family. When I'm with Duba, we talk about business. So you build a relationship with everyone, and then whatever you are going through or want to discuss at that time, you are going to choose who relates more to that, who will get it more than
much.
that. So I said to one of my friends that I am not the most available friend where let's go out, let's hang out now. Like you, when last did you see me spend time together?
You're not the most available friend now.
Yes, but I am the friend when you are in need, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Like you can't call me in trouble and I'm not there.
Yeah.
But I can't be there to braai every day. But does it mean our friendship is not genuine?
But then now you're not there for everyone.
Fact, I can't be there for everyone. Because we are not the same level.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's people who are friends, close friends, people who are prawam.
Yeah.
But they're not friends. They are friends, but abo prawam, man. They want
They're not your friends.
No, remember, there's friends who end up crossing almost the boundary between friendship and family.
Yes.
Right? So you cannot say your friendship or your level of friendship with that person is the same as your friend that you are just friends because you just get along. Like you have a lot of things that you share in common, but those are not really the important things to you. As a guy, you want to have fun. I know I'll have a friend that I know if I want to have fun and have cash and want to do some shit. Let me call this one, right? Because not to say he's just a friend for fun, but because he'd understand me when I say today I just want to be stupid, right? I don't want you to tell me don't do this, don't do this. Yeah. Today I just wanna, right? Then I have a friend that I know, okay, he's my friend, but this one, if I tell him this is what I want to do today, he's gonna be like, no, dog,
it's what I
can't do this. This is too much. Why don't you? So you end up you don't do it on purpose, but you end up boxing them up, right?
Yes.
You end up having friends for different occasions and reasons, right? These are my friends that when I'm going through some stuff or when I just want to discuss life things, you probably find me with these guys. When I just want to relax and unwind and just have fun, you probably find me
with these ones.
With those guys. But it's not something you do purposely. Yeah, it just happens because of how the friendships are.
Mara, also something, Joe. You said, Guti, you want to go fun and go stupid.
Yeah.
You understand? And then you're going to invite someone, Guti, they're not going to put any boundaries.
Yeah.
And then they're going to let you be. You understand?
Yeah.
And then you're going to have that person, Guti, okay, if I'm fucking up with dude, mangangan.
Yeah.
So between the two, look, alawago for you to do whatever you want to do, and then nalo kutao. Who's the better friend or who's the realest friend? Go, because I believe if I'm gonna you wouldn't like bangan bam, which I genuinely say in bangan bam. You understand? If you know we're having fun, it's okay. Go on. But then you guys are always gonna reprimand me with hey, smile.
Yeah, you're doing
do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So in a way you fucking up my fun. You're holding me back.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But then in the long fun who's gonna let you be and do something crazy, knowing what okay, this thing it might affect your relationship, or this thing it might affect his span.
Yeah.
Game. I would say mundulong alawa.
Yeah.
Siprayam.
I'm saying, so I want to argue that. I'm saying they are still both your friends.
Yeah.
This one that disciplines you and this one that allows you to be. Both your friends.
I agree with that.
The difference is the level of the relationship,
the understanding, right?
the understanding.
I'm
and
not
that's
saying
why you will not call me when you want to fuck shit things up. You will call him because you know that sisonke sihlanya sonke.
No man.
Practical example. Practical example. Back in the days, recharge. Back in the days, there was a moment Dube Asab. You see, you'd grab Dube and go. You wouldn't grab me because you know I was gonna say, "Hey, when."
Nin. There was
a time, man.
Because I wouldn't grab you.
Yeah?
I wouldn't grab you. When?
Yeah, because there was this girl who we met there, and she was with another guy, and he wanted to go fetch that girl from those guys. You couldn't grab me and say, "Let's go fetch that girl." But you could grab Dube and go there because you know with not Dube's so okay, you know.
Yeah, and then you cannot.
Is we are both your friends.
Yeah, and you see, to what he's saying, you cannot now, let's say, because you wanted the one to go back you up so you can go start some shit with some other dudes, right? And then you knew that he wouldn't do it, and the other one would. It doesn't mean he's not your friend.
Exactly.
Right? He's just not the friend to call for that. Right? He's not the guy who's going to be like, oh, so who are we fighting? Right? The other one is, but it doesn't mean he's not your friend. You might need him in a different way. That he can come through for you that the other one won't, right? They still both your friends, but like I'm saying, you end up sort of boxing them to say, okay, these are my friends for these type of things, right? And these are my friends for these type of things.
Maybe I'm different in box. you guys
that's pretty much how I function.
You guys box friends.
No, I'm giving you a practical example, personal.
Yeah.
Me, Dube. You consider us all your friends.
Yeah.
Valued, high level. That scenario alone, even Shodos was there, you didn't call him Shodos, you called Dube. You see? Because you wanted to what? To go fuck things up.
May I call all of you guys? Serious? Okay, what would I call you for which you're not going to show up for?
No, definitely.
And then I'm going to call someone else.
Like, I would never definitely, like you call me to go beat up some guys for no reason. I wouldn't do that. It's an example.
Okay, mauti for no reason. Okay, for no reason. But then if I need to beat someone up and then it makes sense.
Though beating up someone, it will never make sense to beat someone up. Never.
Kajan.
What for? Why are you beating someone up?
Not a winning. It's a lot.
Like for example, if you call me during a fight, you already know I'm gonna diplomatize it, sit, talk, resolve it. I'm not gonna go there guns blazing and going you off shots after shots.
So you see, so if now, because I know he's like that, when I'm fighting with someone, why would I call him?
You'll call
because he's gonna want to reason with me. Like and remember, sometimes you in that moment, it's like, okay, this is what's going on. These guys are testing me. Mm-hmm. Let me call my boy. Oh, my boy is around. But I know if I go to Vutomi, he's gonna try to reason the thing out. But why are you guys fighting? Do you really have to fight? Do you want to? So I wouldn't go to him to ask him to help me with a fight. Not to say he's not my friend, but I would go to the friend that I know. If I say, bro, these guys are fucking with me, he's just gonna jump up.
You call your color.
Right? But now if now something happens that requires reasoning, right? I can go to him and say, bro, this is what's going on. Can you help me unpack this and da da da? He's still helping you in a different way because he's a different friend.
Yes.
Right?
But then, I don't fight. And then it's okay. Smiley is a very happy person, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm going to come to you and say, hey, Chief, I'm upset. I need us to go fuck up this person.
Yeah.
He always try to find the middle ground and solve things out without violence. But I'm sure if I would call him and say, hey, dude, I'm very upset. I want to go fuck shit up. He's not going to be diplomatic at that point because he knows good to never fight.
No, but will you be pushing him to attack or will he be defending you?
No,
those are two different things. Right? Even your friend who doesn't like fighting, if someone just attacks you from out of nowhere, it forces their hand to pretty much defend you. It's different to you saying, these guys are fucking with me, let's go start some shit.
It's different.
Right?
You are attacked out of nowhere. the instinct would be to protect you, to defend you. But if you wanna go start something, you will not call me. You will call a different friend.
Vitom, which you don't fight.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I see you fighting, you know good. I'm not gonna ask good. Hey, what's happening in Ini? Where did it start from? Because I know good. You don't fight. Whatever happened, it needs this. If Butom afuna gulo namuhle, show good
You see, so you are that friend.
Yeah?
Right?
Yeah,
so
you are that friend.
Guys.
If I'm in a fight
you are that friend.
and I look up and you're there, then I know, okay, no, I have backup. Right? Bro, and honestly, even in a group of friends, there's friends who don't fight.
Yes.
They generally just don't fight. We've been, we grew up fighting a lot. We fought, and we've had our friends just standing and watching.
Yeah.
Right? That didn't change the friendship or the way. Probably I'd be pissed at you that day. But you know what? This nigga's a pussy. He didn't. He didn't back me up. But it won't really change my friendship because at the end of the day, I'll come back to that. And this guy doesn't fight. This guy is not a fighter.
Practical example, your Nepi Brai. Our friends were fighting there. And there was a group of friends who were busy trying to calm them down. Then there was me. I'm like, hey, Nina, man. What's,
Yeah.
Yeah, what? And then there was someone like, we know these ones. Let them go fight there. And we're all friends there.
Yeah.
You see? But the reaction is different. Because each friend relates with you differently.
Yeah, so we deal with each other. We deal with each other like that.
The challenge which I want us to address now is it changes when you expect a Butomi from a Sizwe.
Yes.
You expect a Sizwe from a Njabulo. You expect it to be. That's where the challenge comes. Because I feel like we struggle to then be genuine and honest with ourselves that in my list of friends, this and this and this. Because I think we tend to take it personal if I would call a Smiley to a podcast and not call a Caesar to my podcast. It doesn't mean I don't value you, but I understand your strengths and stuff, But I don't think as friends, especially male figures, we get that a lot. We understand it. Because I think that's the challenge. When you now expect Caesar from me, I'm not Caesar. You want me to go fuck things up? I'm not that. Me, I'm gonna sit down, calm down, relax. What have you done?
And I think to take what you actually just said now further, it's especially with friendships, it ends up being more of, it's not that I'm expecting Smiley from you. I'm expecting me from all of you guys.
Exactly.
Right? So
Nice.
if I think of it in a sense of, but then if I had 1,000 and I wanted to go party, I'd call Vutomi and go with him. But then he had money that other weekend and he called Smiley. So I'm now projecting myself onto you to say, because I would have called you, why didn't you call me and call Smiley instead? And you probably had your own reasons, right? The same way I have my reasons to say I would call you if I had the money and not call the other person. But because now it's not me making that decision, right? I get to now judge you to say, but you also chose someone else, right? True. It's not like you can always choose all your friends all the time. You cannot be with them all the time at once. Certain days I'll call, and sometimes not that you even chose. Maybe I bumped into you, right? Hey dog, I'm free, let's go chill. But when Smiley sees it, he sees someone as a post Instagram. He's like, I'm out and fake friends. But me if beng madi, and whatever. So I think that becomes a part of the problem, like trying to project yourself onto other people. Like I know myself. Like I would, if Smiley says he's fighting, I won't ask questions, right?
Handsy.
What's the car? You're not gonna ask questions because
he knows, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean if I'm fighting and he doesn't jump in, then the friendship is ruined or our relationship. I'd probably get angry at him at that point, right? But if I know that he's not that type of person, you're gonna end up reasoning back to that thing that, but this dude's not a fighter. What were you really expecting him, to do? So I think we kind of forget that we're different. we see things different. We value different things.
True.
There's other people that value themselves more to a point where it's sort of borderline selfish, right? And it works for them, right? Not to say it's wrong or whatever. It works for you if your life is progressing in that way. Yeah. But now expecting those people it's like expecting someone to be kind because you're kind.
Kind, exactly.
That's where now you get disappointed.
True.
But then if you don't have the expectations of people, because I believe in that. Like, don't have expectations. Anyone can disappoint you. Yeah. Anyone can impress you. Perfect. Anything that could possibly happen between that relationship.
So we've laid the foundation.
Yeah.
About what friendship is, the dynamics of friendship. Now we want to get into the deep things which we don't talk about.
Yeah.
So there's a lady that asked asked about bro code.
Yeah.
And how we navigate bro code and what happens if bro code is broken.
Yeah.
And I was like, define bro code first for me so that I can understand what do you mean by bro code. And she went as far as bro code, I can't date your ex.
Yeah.
Can't go for your girl. Whether it's a side chick or what, I can't. That's bro code. How do we as guys navigate bro code? Do we even have such a thing as bro code?
I don't really think it's there because it differs. You might find, for example, a group of guys who believe if, let's say, I'll use girls as an example. Maybe you find a group of guys who believe that if it's a girl that you're not really serious with, or it's a side chick or whatever, it's free game, right? You cannot tell us not to go for her, right? But if it's your girl, someone we know who you actually loved and you dated for a while, then it's a no-go area, right? But that's specific to that group of friends, right? You might, let's say now you move and you go stay in Cape Town and meet a new group of friends, and you're used to that thing that if it's a side chick, it's free game, right? But to them, it just embodies everything. If it's just a female that I've dealt with, then it's a no-go area. So I don't think there's an actual bro code where you say these are the list of rules. It's based on the friendships, how you guys view things, what you believe. Like I'm saying, some guys believe if it's a side chick, or let's say, for example, I'm not saying it's happening if his girlfriend is watching, right? So let's say you have a side chick, you show up with your side chick, right? If you're with us and we are those friends that believe a side chick is free game, me going for your side chick shouldn't be a problem, right?
In front of me?
Not. Okay. Then I'm challenging you. But I'm saying if I bump into her somewhere, and she so happens to recognize me, come through. I'm not, because if I'm part of that group that believes the side chick is free game, I'm not gonna bring her to my table in the sense of I'm protecting her because immediately out here. To me it's free game.
It's free game.
Right? And then you move, now you stay in Cape Town, you met a group of friends who don't believe in that thing. As long as I dealt with this girl, it's a no-go area. So when you do that to them, you broke the bro code. So I don't think it's actually there.
It depends with the friendship.
You guys build it as friends and the way you see things.
Smiley said, nah.
There's no bro code, man. There's no bro code. You bro code, people say it, Guti, they want to protect themselves. Guti, you made me feel bad. Don't understand. But then if there was a bro code, there should have been a set of rules, Guti. This is bro code. Do you get what I mean?
Like I'm saying.
For everyone, for my relationship only. If Utu on a bro code is based on the type of friendship you in at that time. Do you understand? And then if friendship there's different bro codes, then mean that thing doesn't exist.
That's why I'm saying virtually it doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
It's something we create for ourselves. It's pretty much based on your moral compass, right? I wouldn't steal from my friend. I wouldn't go for my girl's friend, or it's based on the things that we believe and those beliefs that we share. So if we believe a certain thing you should not do to your friend, that's what then we end up calling our bro code. But there's no standard these are the 10 rules of the bro code. It doesn't. I don't believe it works like that.
And there's no bro code. It's safe to say there's no.
It's safe to say there is no bro code.
So. There's no bro code. I can accept that, but then depending on your morals, you'll then decide which level you relate to.
Yeah. And depending on the love I have for you, you understand? We can be friends, but then I would do something to Caesar which I wouldn't do to you.
Okay, fair.
You understand?
Yeah.
You stand up line as my nigga. You understand? And everyone believes we friends. Like you my friend, he's my friend. Do you get what I mean? And there's something I would do to him which I wouldn't do to you. And there's something which I would do to you, but then I know what I know if we don't understand.
But you see, that emphasizes the point that there's levels to the friendships. There's level. The reason you are not doing something to him
because
that you would do to me is because of that. You don't see us the same.
Nah.
Right?
No, okay, I don't see you the same.
Yeah.
But then I know both of you.
Yeah.
I understand. Let's go back to Lendo, side chicks, for example, or that thing, Yabuche. You understand? There's something I would do to you, Mara. I know who's sensitive. Then I would be like, sees. You understand?
Yeah.
But then if you told me you're mad, but you know, if you told me this thing, he's not sensitive to that point. You understand?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean Guti, I love you more than I love Uvutom. But then I know what I want your spark. You understand? You're gonna look at this thing in a different light.
Yeah.
But then I know what Uvutom is gonna apply his mind and be like, I know. Sitla didn't mean any harm lah. You understand?
But
he
you
just
see
did
that
this because
we deal with our friends differently.
differently.
No,
So it comes back to that point.
Yeah, so you
no,
cannot expect
but
the
what,
friendship
there are no
to-
levels. So we're coming back to the levels things. Like
Yeah.
it means good to me. I understand you enough to know what to. Uvutom, if I would say, hey, fuck you when I Uvutom.
Yeah.
Uvutom is gonna be like, that's it's nothing. If not, fuck you when I say so 2 weeks. I call you. You're not answering my phone.
Okay, so but maybe we call it boxes instead of levels, right? Yeah, because the way I see it, my friends are not the same.
Yeah,
right?
they're not.
I do not treat them the same. I do not behave the same
Around them,
right?
because they're not the
I'll have the things that are part of my basic character. You know, things I cannot change. You know, the way I talk, the things that I like, and da da da. But in terms of my actual behavior, it is influenced by whichever group I'm
is,
with at that particular time. So for me, that's why I don't see my friendships the same. That's why I'm saying I have friends I know that if I just want to let loose, right? I don't want to really think about stuff. You know, I'm going to chill with these ones. I have friends I know, these ones like reasoning shit. They like talking about stuff. They're so tuned in, world events and da da da, you know.
So now we don't have bro code.
Yeah.
Fine, we can agree that.
Yeah.
So if minang nimedi, I need lamlili.
Yeah.
Well, let's start. Yeah. So let's two nimedi ne side chick.
Yeah.
Niza nayo, niza nemit lami with the gents who are having a bride. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Then one day I'm not there.
Yeah.
Usmaili comes with my maid as his +1.
Yeah.
Do you tell me as my friend?
Nah, Melonguche. Imedi.
But before I tell you, I feel I need to first confront him, right? As a friend to say, bro, what the fuck?
Okay, let's maybe Imedi is too serious. A side chick.
A side chick.
Yeah.
A side chick I'd probably tell you without really considering the consequences of it or whatever. Because like I'm saying, it's a side chick. Like for me, I'd probably be part of that group that doesn't see your side chick the same way we see your matey, right? These are two completely different people. So we allow them two different levels of respect, right? Your matey is your matey. We know. If Untwana shows up in the that's a very big problem for everyone, right? Because that means it could happen to me as well, right? So, but Untwana shows up with your side chick, because it's gonna sound like I'm being misogynistic, but it ends up being we end up viewing as if it's this girl, you know, she's the one who's loose, you know, because we have that biased outlook towards it, because it's our friend showing up with the same chick that was with our other friend. So,
but what do you do to him? What do you say to him and what do you say to me?
Probably to him, I'd probably ask, so what's going on? What's up with this one? You know, but it wouldn't be a serious thing. Right? Whatever answer he's gonna give me, it's, you know, it's whatever. We continue with the night. You know, even if I do tell you, it's not gonna be something that's urgent to me to say I need to call homeboy and tell him that his side chick was with my other boy. It's like if I tell them I do.
You know,
if I
I'm asking
don't,
this question because women believe that our friends protect us from all of these things. Like they believe that our friends protect us. Like even if I were to bring 10 women, you will never say wait. To protect me or to protect our friendship.
But remember with boys, first of all, they are friends, right? If you are a chick, your boyfriend's friends are not your friends. So they don't owe you any loyalty, first of all.
Yeah.
Right? They owe you zero loyalty. And they already biased with how they see things. So to say maybe you think it's like saying maybe you have those friends who even your girl looks at it and be like, yo, this friend of yours is focused. I know he doesn't like groove. So if I say I'm with so and so, she'll relax. Rather when I say I'm with this one, if I say I'm with Smiley, she'll be like, yo, so when are you coming home? Where are you guys? What are you doing? What's going on there? But if I say I'm with Vutomi, she'll be like, oh, okay, I know. Let me know when you're home. Because she probably feels safer because the way she sees you as a more disciplined guy, one of my more disciplined friends. But that's not necessarily true, right? It's how she sees you. It's not how my relationship with you
I was about to say that.
And it works, right? Because I know if I say I'm going to be with him,
then it's fine.
Then it's fine.
You've got a visa.
Exactly. I've got a visa. But probably find that homeboy is worse than the friend that you don't trust. Because it's always Lomga and Lomunyi that I'm always grooving with just wants to get drunk. So we always just go out, we get sloshed, we go home, we pass out, we sleep. And you find that the one that's always hooking me up is the one that you think is the disciplined one. So you cannot assume because your boyfriend is with these type of friends, he's not gonna do whatever. They are his friends. Their loyalty is to him first. So they will not protect your relationship. They will not protect you either. True. They protect him. They will love you as long as you make him happy.
Yeah.
There's
a saying that women make often. I think I saw it on TikTok somewhere. That women don't advertise their men.
Yeah.
Don't post their men. They don't talk a lot about their men because then their friends go after their men. It's like you are selling this person now. They want to go taste. They want to go have a taste of this. Is it the same with gents? If I come, hey, I made Lamli right.
Nah.
Actually, I made right. Nah. I think feel like, hey, I'm going to smile lose one.
No, I think guys have a more. Our friendships are more natural. Yeah. If I'm making sense, like women, it's more of a competitive type of nature. They group themselves based on. Okay, so Tinaiti, but like think of high school. The pretty ones would always be in that group together to say we are the pretty girls, we are the friends. So, and with guys, it wouldn't be like that. You'd have all types of friends. You have the friends that are already doing crime. You have the friends that are the nerds. So our friendships, because they're a bit more natural, it's less competitive, right? When I'm around you, it's more about just the way that I feel when I'm around you as my friend. Unlike with girls, it's more of a competitive thing. Why does she, have this that I don't have? Especially, let's say you get two girls, one is prettier than the other, right? And then they are both interested in the same guy. If the guy chooses the hotter friend, the less hotter friend is probably likely to accept it, to say, okay,
That's true.
But if the guy chooses the less hotter friend, the hotter one is likely to get pissed or confused to say, but then why didn't he choose me? Why did he choose her instead?
I want to say something in regards to that.
Yeah.
Okay, sharp. Until we grow up, there's different standards. You get what I mean? You getting more bag than me. You've got more money than me.
Yeah.
I've got less money. You think, Kutsi, it doesn't apply to us. We gunning for the same chick. Do you get what I mean? And then the chick chooses the guy with the lesser bag or the lesser money. You think the guy who believes good Ukraine doesn't feel something with
No, he does, but he's probably likely to accept it quicker than if it was a pretty girl wondering why the ugly girl got the guy.
Do I really accept?
Right? Yeah,
Really?
because guys, I think with a guy, you probably feel like, okay, but then what the fuck? You know, I'm the guy with the cash. Why did she choose him? And da. But you're probably likely to get over it quicker than a female is to get over the same situation. A female can turn that thing into, this is now something that I need to prove. I need to get this guy to show that she's not better than me or da. Right? We have egos. Men have egos, right? Obviously, if I believe I'm the better candidate and then someone else does, this applies to everything, actually, not even just girls. If I believe I'm the better candidate and then someone else who I believe is lesser than me gets that thing, I'm gonna feel a certain way, right? But I'm gonna be like, but then it's whatever.
But then that's you.
You know?
That's you.
Yeah, maybe that's
you.
Yeah.
So do not generalize it.
Okay,
That's
maybe,
you.
maybe that's my flaw.
Me, I know niggas who wouldn't want to take an L from someone which they look as lesser.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
They born up because maybe it has them, or they're gonna be like, what?
But to show you
that niggas who cannot accept.
But to show you that that's not a reaction. But to show you that's not a reaction that is supposed to be natural to a man. How do the other guys react to a situation like that? If we see someone who we already perceive as, let's say, for example, successful, right? Throw a tantrum because someone got one up over them who's not as successful as them. We usually, we'd say he's soft, or we'd say he's behaving like a female and that, to show you that it's... Because it's not a trait that we naturally would expect a guy to be sad, you know, be sad. It's like saying someone, let's say, for example, someone gets, their girl cheats on them, right? We're not saying because you're a guy, now you must be, you know, it's whatever. No, be sad. You know, you can't be sad. You're allowed to be sad, but you're a guy at the same time. You need to get over the shit. You know, you need to be sad, process it, get over it, and then move on from it. You know, so it works the same way. So now if you are throwing a tantrum over something that we as the other guys perceive as, but then you shouldn't be behaving like this. Yeah. Right? That's why we end up referring to it, you behaving like a chick. Because it's not a natural reaction that a man is supposed to have. Yeah. You lost. Okay, sharp. Take the L.
Take the L.
Move on.
People cannot take L's, bro. I'm talking from experience, like,
and that's a problem.
Not experience good to per se, but then when I look as friendship as guys, don't understand. This financial part, it plays a lot in thinking which one are you better. There are situations where I saw guys approaching the same chick or wanting the same chick, and then the chick wants the one who is not up there with the other guy, you understand? Yeah. And the guy with who believes go to Ukraine, Elifin, chief, we can say guys shouldn't act like that. But then I'm telling you, 90% of guys, they don't want to take L's from someone lesser than them. They do not. They do not.
But that's soft.
Don't look at it in your eyes. Go to where now you, this person. So like life itself right now.
Yeah.
When considering pride, considering everything, because now we based everything on our pockets. Yeah. You understand? That's the life we live. You understand? So, I mean, I don't see guys would see they're gonna accept if the chick chooses someone who they see as lesser than them. I don't see it just them brushing it, and then they forget about it.
Okay, but then what's your plan now? Let's say it happens.
They keep chasing.
So to prove that
they keep chasing.
But what does it do to the friendship?
Yeah.
What does it do to the friendship now?
So if umbuka is less than you, aguna friendship.
Because you must remember, even if, let's say, you are the successful guy and I'm the one who got one up over you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get even. You could try and lose again.
Yeah.
Right? You let's say, for example, if it's girls, a lot of girls, you could consider that, you could say that they like the same things, right? But it doesn't mean all of them. There's women that value different things from guys, right? So you could say, maybe it was just one time. If I go back again and I show this girl that I'm really this guy, maybe that's not a guarantee still. You know, and if that happens, you start now hating your own friend, right? Your competitive nature turns into envy, and then from envy, then it's jealousy, and then now you are doing all you can to put him down, right? Forgetting that you're already above this person. You know, that's why we're saying that's not a natural way for a man to behave.
But then at this day and age, guys, at this day and age, financial status plays a lot.
A lot. So, even in families. Even
sorry to cut there. Even in our friend groups, right?
Yeah.
We love each other, you understand?
Yeah.
We're different. I'm not putting us on a pedestal or anything like that. But then in most cases, you can see it even from our friendships.
Yeah.
People respect Mundu according to their financial status. You can be the most fucked up person. You don't deserve any respect in the world. But then just because of your financial status, they want to put you on a pedestal. Do you get what I mean?
I get it.
It comes back with the people who believe they're better off when it comes to their financial status. They don't want to take L's. They never take L's lightly.
Okay, so
it hurts them, Gakun.
In a friendship like that, how do you maneuver then? If now you understand that this is a person who doesn't like losing, even if it's losing against me, their own friend. So,
it's very few people you can actually call friends. We exist in the same world, right?
Yeah.
But then there's very few people who are really your friends.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? What was a competition amongst us?
Yeah.
Or maybe we don't look. So we were looking at this conversation as about chair in most cases. This competition to chair. Chair is because
Yeah.
Do you understand?
The men
but then get
pressure, finances, and
buy blind. Mine no, never do guti. Guna Thomas munda phone.
Yeah.
But then now, if I'm a pauper, go and get something. Utofone.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Utofone. No munda ang phone you go to Gumbejan. Umbone as lesser than them right now.
So until you climb up and be equal, then you can.
Maybe if I'm a benefit or something.
But then, how do we then navigate that? Because see, when we young, those things, dynamics are not really there because we are all in the same, playing the same dead.
Yeah.
Maybe you wear Cavella, I don't, or maybe you have a ball, I don't, but it's the same But now as adults, you've got friends that are higher than you. But how do you navigate that? Does the friendship end because he's a millionaire, I'm not? Or like how do we then carry on this friendship? Like now we're same level, and then boom, one totally ref or totally million or we are pop. He's now very high. How do we navigate that?
I think the best way to do it is not look at it as a race. You are not competing with this person or your friend or whatever. It's like, think of it in like even in office culture, right? Like in corporate, there's gonna be people that you see, they seem to have a lot going for them, right? They just got this new car. They just told you they moved into this very nice estate and that. And to you, you're thinking, but we work in the same place, bro. We earn the same amount.
Yeah.
What because you don't understand what's going on behind that person that's allowing those things to be there, right? You don't know the sacrifices they're making, or you don't know if they just generally have someone who's taking care of them, right? There's people who have parents that pay their rent, right? They have an apartment that's fully paid for. So when you are worrying about paying your rent, they're worried about buying a car, right? Because their rent is already paid, right? So already you trying to compete with someone like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So now when it's your friends, it's people that you grew up with, and now you start seeing them doing better. There's still a lot of stuff that's going on in their life that you don't know. There's a lot of things that they did, for them to actually get to the point where they at. It's not like they just woke up and then they became a millionaire. So the best way, or the way I look at it, is if my friend can do it, then that means I can do it, right? I see them as a reminder that if you want it bad enough, right, you could probably get it, because look at your friend. Your friend wanted it and he got it. But now when you start looking at your friends as competition, that's when the problems start, starting with the fact that you don't even understand how they end up in that space.
Yeah. So let's take it a little bit further. We know friendship is its toxicity, it has its up and downs.
Yeah.
When do you say now this friendship is over, it's done? When do you decide I'm ending this? Like it's not even the silent treatment. Like it's child. We're not friends anymore.
I mean, I end the friendship. I end my friendship.
I'm asking because I've never had to.
Have
end
you
a
ever
friendship.
needed to end a friendship?
I don't know if just stepping back counts as ending a relationship, but for me, it's mostly because if you're my friend, right, you know me. That means you know my boundaries. You know the things that would piss me off, but I probably would get over it. You know the things that I wouldn't, right? So if you do something and it's part of those things that I wouldn't get over, then to me it's like, okay, then maybe, we shouldn't be friends. I've never gone to someone and say, I'm not your friend anymore. I'll probably start spending less and less time with you until we eventually just don't spend time at all.
Yeah.
But for me, it's that. It's boundaries. You know your friends. Yeah. You know things they don't like. You know the things they like. You know the things they can handle. You know the things they can't. So if you do something that you knew they wouldn't be able to handle, then you shouldn't be surprised when they start, engaging with you.
Because I don't think guys end friendship.
No, you just...
Nah, we don't.
You just stop talking.
She's not my friend anymore. But with guys, we just talked about the day we meet. It's like, fair enough, bro. Connect. But we'll spend less time, but we reconnect. Of course, because we are growing and our priorities change, you start hanging out a lot with these ones.
Yeah.
And not these ones. So if for all of us we started with groovists, we're fine. But as soon as others change, we're now responsible, we're fathers, you start hanging out with the fathers and not the groovists. You hang around with the married and this, we maneuver this road, but we don't end it at all.
Nah, not
friendships
really.
never really end. But unless something really happened,
that is bad.
Yeah, but
like if you
we just drift.
No, like if you go.
But then let's not generalize, guys. There are people we all know, so it really. But see, they have that thing. I wouldn't say it's bitch tendencies, because I'm for you would see we can't say about insult or anything like that. And even Kulma saw there's a name that clicked, and we're probably thinking of the same names. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Then sitting Malamajan. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Sitting. Never go to work church. What's on chain of it?
Yeah.
What's on chain of it?
Yeah.
Matter when you've never ever said that. Even no matter what you flop you never ever said good eye. What's on chain of it? Yeah. Or maybe you know what? Maybe I'm go flop or maybe my flop 8 do not reach. Maybe snare respect learning what my flop 8 do not reach that point. What to say? We can't say. Don't understand.
No, but like I'm saying, we see things differently. We like we said, there's different scenarios where you'd get different reactions from people. Just because you wouldn't simply cut off your friend like that does not mean one of your friends wouldn't do it to you.
Yeah.
They probably see things differently. They don't reason the way you reason. So you end up having a problem when you now expect them to be
when you impose yourself on them.
Yeah, because you would want to be like, but that's my boy. Let me go talk to him. Let's iron this shit out. And then when someone else doesn't want it, you'd be like, but then, he's fake. I would have forgiven him. Yes, you would have.
How many friends do you have?
Right. That I consider my friends or just friends in general.
Friends.
There's a lot in friends in general.
Okay, how many friends do you have?
Good question.
I'd say my close friends are less than 5. But my friends are a lot.
Fair enough.
Yeah. My close friends, it's less than 5 people. But I have a lot of friends,
Yeah,
I'm out to like I'm saying, because for me, my friendships are different. Okay. Right.
So, question, would you notice that, like, in the list of your friends, would you know that these are my friend is going through a tough time? Like, if I were to go through a tough time now, would you know?
Yeah, I would.
I don't believe that.
I would. You cannot hide it.
I don't believe it. Guys are very good at hiding shit that they're going through. I don't believe.
Maybe
you know, like most times.
Oh, you don't pay attention.
Nah, it's not even about paying attention, bro.
What
like,
is it about?
I genuinely believe there's guys who go through shit and you wouldn't even be able to tell that they're going through shit. Even if you think of the people that we know who ended up committing suicide. We knew them as one of the happiest people we know. You know, they were the very good friends who were always there for us. You know, they were always, you know, and it turns out they're the ones that end up killing themselves rather than the ones who face whatever's going on and they accept it and they're grumpy. And I think it comes back to acceptance, right? Because the one person who, when they're stressed, they just absorb it and take it as it is, and then they look stressed. The reason they're able to deal with it is because they're accepting it for what it is, right? This is what's going on. Fuck it. If it takes me 3 months or 2 months or 1 month to get over it, I'll get over it, right? Versus the one who's going around trying to run away from these things that they're facing. So we see them as happy. Like, this is our happy friend. But they're carrying a lot, and at some point, they end up snapping, right? And that's when they end up doing what they do. But for me, I trust, or I feel safer in terms of my friend's well-being with the friends that I can tell their emotional state, right? If he's going through a lot, then, you know, he's going through a lot. Because those friends, I feel like, because they accept what's going on, they're able to deal with it, right? It's hard, but they're able to deal with it. The ones that now, you're always good, because most times the person who, let's say, for example, the person who has never had a lot of people to support them, they usually want to really support the people that they care about, because they kind of don't want them to feel the same way that they felt, right? And it comes to a point where they do it even when they're not in a good space, you know, because it's like, this is who I am. I have to be there for my friends. But you're also going through your own things. And then all of that ends up piling up.
And you can't handle it alone.
And you snap. But in terms of seeing it, to say, can you tell every time your friends are going through something? I don't believe that.
Have you ever been a bad friend?
Mean?
All of us. Have you ever been a bad friend?
I have been a bad friend.
Let me think about it.
And have you apologized for being a bad friend?
Probably.
Yeah, I did.
And you go, I say, my talk, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like guys, we apologize. Like, I feel like I wronged you, tomorrow we buy beers together, it's done.
No, I think another thing is, guys are different. There's guys that talk, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's, like, you'd find there's guys that would be, if, let's say me, I was chilling with him and then he's leaving and whatever. He's like, yo, I'm out. And like, no, be easy, dog. I love him, my nigga. You know, there's guys that would see that as weird, that, yo, why are you saying you love your friend and whatever, right? Because those type of friends are more expressive with how they feel about each other. So when they have problems, it's easier for them to talk. To say, hey, dog, that day I fucked up. You know, I know it was wrong, da-da-da, and da-da-da. Rather than those macho friendships where, I know he's going to get over it. You don't even know if that person really got over that thing. You know, some people hold on to things and all it would have taken is just that 5-minute conversation. To say, hey, dog, that was a fuck up. You know, I'm sorry. And it would end. But because you didn't have that 5-minute conversation with that friend, that thing now lingers on and turns into something bigger and da-da-da. So for me, it's like communication is, especially in friendships, right? If you wrong your friend, bro, if you're wrong, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Right? And if they got pissed that time and they said stuff to you or they tried doing stuff to you, yes, you are also allowed to maybe defend yourself or be angry or whatever, but you also need to understand that you are the trigger of it.
True.
Right? Do not now turn it around and then, but then you did 1, 2, 3. No. Cool, we can get to that, but let's start with the thing that created the problem. I fucked up and it pissed you off, and I'm sorry, my nigga. And I think, especially even like with him, we have that sort of friendship, you know, that relationship where if he does something I don't like, I'll tell him, look, no, dude, you're fucking up. I don't fuck with this thing. If he doesn't agree with it that night, fine, we'll leave, go our separate ways, but we're going to come back and talk. Good night, dog, whatever. No, it's cool. So in that way, we never have
We don't bottle things.
you know, nothing's bottled in. If we're good, we're good.
You know, we've chowed an hour now.
I've never apologized unless you tell me what's wrong. Because
Yeah.
I believe Guti in our friendship, I would never do anything Guti intentionally to upset you.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
If you don't come to me and reason with me, hey, Smiley, when they do so and
You'll never
wrong,
say it wrong.
now
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Maybe ngiyahlanya or maybe I'm selfish in that way. But then if ngifrustana and I take it as my friend, I would never do anything to intentionally upset you. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
What I did, it makes sense to me. That's the reason why
Exactly.
I would never come to you and say, it should never click, there's something wrong.
Makes sense.
Unless you come to me with, Smiley, you did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you offended me in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I
Yeah.
can say, oh shit, fuck.
I'm sorry.
I see what you're saying. Nyakolis.
You see,
Understand?
and that's pretty much, you see what I'm saying. That's how we are. If he does something that I don't fuck with, I'm not gonna now keep it in and say,
You must tell him.
I tell him right there on the spot, I don't fuck with this. You know, same thing, vice versa. I don't expect him to see me doing something that he doesn't like, and then he keeps quiet, and then he comes and he tells you and says, I see we did 1, 2, 3 yesterday.
And
I did not like that thing, but I don't know about it.
Yeah, let's wrap up. We've chowed an hour already.
Yeah.
It's too short.
We need 3 hours.
We need 3 hours.
Time.
How does a healthy friendship look as adults? And I mean, because as adults, we understand we don't see each other every day.
Yeah.
We can't call each other every day. That doesn't mean I love you less or you're not my friend
Yeah.
anymore. As adults, how does a healthy friendship look like?
I think it's pretty much honesty and understanding. You know, understand your friends are going through stuff. You know, not everyone has the free time that you have. You know, not everyone is at the level where you at. You know, some people are going through stuff. You know, I might have been fine in December when we were together.
Yeah.
You know, I might be going through some things now. So I think giving each other that grace, you know, allow your friends to deal with what they deal with. You know, if he doesn't talk to me, it doesn't mean he's a bad friend. You know, also be honest with your friends. You know, if you're not in a space where you're going to be available whenever they need you, you know, they must know that Untwana is busy with whatever he's busy with. So I think for me, it's that. Be honest and just be understanding. You know, people are going through a lot. They just won't say, but people are going through a lot. So,
Facts. Be considerate.
Yeah, be considerate. You know, allow your friends to breathe. They'll see you when they have the strength to.
You said a healthy relationship as adults, right?
Yeah, like what is a healthy friendship as adults?
First of all, I would say support. Because as adults now we winging this thing. You understand?
Ish.
Hey, we're winging this
Yeah,
thing.
we are.
And
It's not on my FIFA. Hey, it's tough.
we need a lot of support. You understand?
Yeah.
Right now, as adult, there's no point of me having a friendship with you if you're not gonna be supportive. Regardless, it's my thinking. I need you there, even though it's not nothing, or anything like that. I need someone to talk to in support, guidance. I believe guidance is very important in our friendship. Because you know what we tend to do? We watch people going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
And we call ourselves friends.
And we call ourselves friends.
Yeah.
No one think about it. Hey, chief.
yeah.
The direction you're moving towards. In. That's the reason, maybe most of us, we just acquaintances
Yeah.
more than friends.
Yeah.
Because I've seen many instances where we let people drown, myself included.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep myself out.
Yeah.
You understand? I can see someone going that direction, they're going to drown.
Yeah.
But then once Vitomi or you move towards that direction, I'm quick to say, hey.
So it's like the effort. It's not.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, this friendship thing is very important, and the minute it's said in show.
Yeah.
You understand?
Maybe
And understand.
So for me, I think friendship, we can talk 10 days.
Yeah,
Non-stop.
forever,
Because
forever.
there's dynamics to it.
Yeah.
What I did intentionally this year on my birthday, I did not post that myself say happy birthday. I did not do anything. I kept quiet.
To see who would.
Didn't post.
Yeah.
So to me, everyone that remembered and sent me a message.
Yeah.
Okay, good. See, then I can list you there.
When did I send you a message?
Then there were people that
Yeah.
the next day I posted, thank you for all for wishing me a happy birthday yesterday. Then there were so many who were.
But does that necessarily mean they're bad? Yeah.
But now, to me, it's like those that remembered, that means I'm in a certain level. Those that didn't remember, either they're going through something or they don't care anymore. And based on the comment that they made the next day, was clear where they are. And now, for me, it's like invest in your friendships, but be considerate. Like I was not like I knew not everyone was sad, but it's okay, right?
And maybe just to add on something before we wrap up with friends. So I believe I even forgot where I read this thing, but it kind of stuck with me. You know, you need 3 types of friends, right? And it goes back to the thing of the levels that we were saying. One, the first friend group needs to be people who are above you, right? People who are pretty much doing better than you, right? Then you need a group of people who are in the same level that you are in. And then the last group must be a group of people who are below you or people that you know more than. So it sort of creates like a chain of information, right? The top group is the group you learn from. The middle group is the group you exchange the information with based on whatever or whoever they're learning from. And the middle or the bottom group is the group that you now teach. Right? So it now creates this cycle of knowledge moving between.
That's wise.
So that's how I see it. You need 3 types of friends: a friend above, friend on your level, and a friend below.
Interesting.
And you're good.
That's wise. I need to start reevaluating my friends and ranking them above, sideways, or
because you learn, you exchange, and you teach, and it's as simple as that.
You know, guys, we'll take a lot of time just discussing friendship, but let us know what you think. Do you have these 3 types of friends? Friends above you, sideways, friends below you? Do you have any challenges with you navigating friendship as adults? Because as kids, we used to play FIFA, we used to play soccer. Now we don't. We don't even talk to each other. What is more important to you as friends? As you can all hear from our thoughts, it's the silence that bothers. It's the silence that is the issue. But if you talk about this, it becomes clear. Like I said before, you can't fix something we don't talk about. This is Things We Don't Talk About, and catch us on our next episode. We out of here.